Good morning, listeners and viewers of the Real Stuff podcast. Today is Wednesday, and today is our featured guest segment. And today I have with me my co-host Courtney and our very, very special guest from the beautiful parish of Portland in Jamaica, Miss Paulette Simmonds, who hails from Buff Bay, Portland. And she's the heart of Buff Bay, I can tell you. If you ever try walking on the roads in the Buff Bay with her, you can take more than 2-3 steps at a time because she's stopped by everybody talking, especially parents, talking about her program and what she's doing for the kids or the children in Portland. Morning, Paulette.
Morning, Flavius. How are you today?
No,
it's
I'm
raining
fine.
in Buff Bay.
Oh yeah, we have some drizzles down here. Are you staying, Courtney, in Miami?
Pardon me?
Yes, well, it's a bit overcast, but the weather is fine.
Yes. Wonderful. And Paulette, I hope you like our set. I hope you like our set.
Yes, I do like your set.
Yeah, man.
Actually, I must say this is my first Zoom meeting.
Well, all Zoom meetings don't look like this. We are very, we are very.
This is my first one, so I'm grateful.
Man, nothing to worry about. You are now on the Real Stuff TV. Yes.
It's a bit low, but I'm forcing to hear you. I hope you're hearing me clearly, though.
Very clearly.
Great.
Could you start and tell our listeners of the Real Stuff podcast?
Oh, you want me to introduce myself?
Yes, who Paulette Simmonds is. Yes, give us a little thing about you.
Okay, Paulette Simmonds. Wow. Paulette Simmonds was born in Portland, Buff Bay, from a mother, Emma Young, and a father, Clinton Simmonds. Them call my mother Miss Carmen. So at a tender age, I went to live in Port Antonio with my godmother, like at 6-year-old. So I went to Port Antonio Primary and Titchfield High School. I left Port Antonio Primary straight to Titchfield. So I used to commute from Buff Bay to Port Antonio from a very early age. My mother used to just put me on the bus and chew me a little bit, just like side of the driver. She always say, put her side of him, and she just jump in on the bus from Bombrook to Buff Bay. So I was born here. I went to Buff Bay Primary, Port Antonio Primary, and I went to Titchfield High School, where
very famous high school.
That's when I started to express myself in the arts. I did drama there. I did drama. I did everything in Titchfield, dancing, drama. I was all that little girl were into the arts, all of that. And then at early age, like at third form, we were presented to write a play. And our drama teacher was a lady by the name of Miss Rafferty. I don't know if Titchfield girls are listening to this, now they remember Miss Rafferty, tall, slender lady, and she taught us drama, and she used to teach me to project my voice. So we did a play by the name of, me and my girlfriend wrote a play by the name of Merkel and Primps. It was about bad people in our community, thieves and all of that. And we won that competition at Titchfield. And that play used to run at Titchfield Auditorium for months. So we used to make money every weekend because we set up the auditorium and we make money and all of that.
You're
so
a young
after that
entrepreneur. Yes. You're a young entrepreneur.
I see. I didn't even know. But I must say this, it was within me because both my parents were young, you were entrepreneur. My mother owned her own restaurant and her own little grocery shop. And my daddy was a tailor, so him have him own little business. So I grew up right, Buff Bay, with my mother and my father shop next to each other. My mother, the one side of the door, little thing, you know, our cooking and our grocery shop, and my father was next door doing the tailoring. That's how I was raised, you know, growing up, seeing these people doing their own thing to make
wonderful.
me happy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So after I left Portland, because I left Portland at an early age, like 18, I went to Kingston. And that's another journey for me, because in Kingston now, I met with a partner of mine. We started a couple of business, but the main one which got me going was the ceramics. We made a lot of ceramic stuff. It was named Ceramics International, where we were the top ceramic company for Jamaica at the time. We used to represent the country, like export. They used to send us abroad, like Puerto Rico and all that the country used to ask us to represent, because our things that we made were that good. And then within that realm, I did my course in interior design at Border College in Florida. So I'm an interior designer, and I just started. Then after me in Kingston now and all of that, and the journey was there now, I come back to Portland. And coming back to Portland, I knew I had to do something. I knew I had to get back in tune, because I saw my parents. That's how I was raised, my parents doing things and giving back to the community. So I was invited to a meeting by Gideon Center up in Kildare. Michael Aiken, Pastor Aiken invited me. And I went there. They were Jamaica 2020, 2030, the vision. They wanted to do, they put me in this media group. And we were going to do a radio station up there, but then it didn't work out. So one of the people who I met there called me one morning and said to me, he has a TV program in Buff Bay, if I could do it for him. So I said, oh, wow. He said, I have to bring myself. So I realized he was giving me something for myself. So I started the program for him. And then after doing that program, bringing myself to that program, I realized I had to step out loud. So I stepped out of that program very loud and created my Stteppin Out Loud program, where I started to interact with the community. I went to the school, Bradford Prep, which was at the time, my son went to Bradford Prep. So that school was very close to me. So I went to the principal and I spoke to her. And she said to me, we can work together. So every week now, Bradford Prep used to put people on the program, kids that doing well. We used to use the program as a, like a little thing where if you do well in school, in class, we highlight you on the Stteppin Out Loud program. And that's how I started. Then we start to, through my maroon, we go to Charleston all the while and we'll meet up with Colonel Frank Lumsden at the time, and him always say, come up, man, come on up. There's something here for everybody. Come on up. See what it is here. So I started to get involved, just observing and learning and finding myself there. And then I realized that I really, really was a part of my community when I started to get involved, exposing our culture and stepping out loud because I really love to cook, because I grew up with my mother cook, my grandmother cook, everybody for me cook. Great chef. My godmother, when I grew up with a Port Antonio, she cook and all of that. So that's part of it.
So Paulette, yeah, why Stteppin Out Loud?
Why the name Stteppin Out?
What you say? Now, why the name Stteppin Out Loud?
Why the name Stteppin Out Loud? Can I say this to you? Actually, when I was in the doing the other show, I got a call, and they said to me I had to break the show, and I had a guest for the same week. And him said I can't do the show anymore because it was World Cup was coming on and they wanted to break my show. And I was really, a bit upset because of the people that were ready for come and them never give me, like a heads up before. Them just call me for cut me. So I'm just in here with an artist getting ready for the show the next day. And I was so upset. I said to the youth, say, you see where them just call me and tell me that I can't do the show tomorrow? I'm just saying, may I step out loud out of this, That's how it is, I'm say, wow, hear me name there. That's how it came, I just say, may I step out loud out of this? That's how the name came, I'm gonna say, and then listen to this now. Let me give you a little part of it. The step. When I was going to teach field, they used to call me Step because I live with my godmother. We used to go to church every Sunday morning. So when you lick a bit, then put you in the front for walk. You couldn't walk behind, you walk ahead, then put you at front. Yeah, you're supposed to know that. You go to church. So my godmother say, every morning me in front of them, I walk and go because you're in front. She said, this little pitney can't step. So every morning she said, me can't step. She said, this little girl can't step. So my godmother started to call me Step. She not call me Paulette in the morning. She said, Step. And so I get the name, Step, So when I went to teach field now, my god sister was in a higher above me at teach field. So, she responded to me because it's a home name, Step. So the name drop out there now. Everybody in the teach field started to call me Stepper, Stepper. Because just because them say me step, when I walk, me step. That's how we get the name Step, So that name clinged to me, the Step. So it's like something always in me. So one time them call me now and try to stop me from doing the other program. And I say, may I step out of this loud, And the youth said to me, say, hear the name of mama, see what you said to me, that's how the Stteppin Out Loud name came, just like that, I think it's the ancestors gave it to me.
Yes,
Because we believe in so much in my ancestors. I'm coming a maroon. I never really know so I'm maroon till I go to Kingston. Because maroon was a lifestyle for me growing up in Portland. Things we do and things my grandmother used to do to me, never used to know it was a maroon living. I just used to think it's normal living for everybody until I go to Kingston now. And then I impose a lifestyle and then people start to look for me different. And that's when I realized I'm maroon. Most of the things is my culture within me that was taught, was embedded in me from youth, which them do it, I never understand how them grow me because them kind of grew me a certain way that now I realize it because enough time because at places I observe and I say, oh, you know what I mean? So that's how Stteppin Out Loud name came. The name Stteppin Out Loud came. Just like that.
Tell us a little about, you have been doing a lot of cooking and posting them on, you have been doing a lot of cooking and posting them on social media. How that started?
Cooking. Okay. I grew up
baking
in a family
and all
where
that
everybody
stuff,
cook. I was raised in a family where my grandmother is a very great cook. She cook, but she specializes in like baking. My grandmother used to make like back in the days when people come from foreign, them used to come on my yard for my granny bake pudding for them carry back. And my granny used to make a lot of, because we used to have a June plum tree in our yard. And my granny used to stew the June plum them and she used to stew. My granny used to do a lot of those things, make a lot of sweet things, like make pudding, tortas, all of that. So we grew up with my grandmother. I'm very, 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 very close to my grandmother. Sarah Pink. Yeah, strong maroon lady. So she taught me, I learned from her those part of it, and then I grew up with my mother cook and then my auntie cook, because my auntie used to cook in the market. So the Buff Bay market was very vibrant back at the time. So the kitchen was run by my auntie. My auntie run the kitchen down in a Buff Bay market. And my mother have her little cook shop one side, and then my granny now down a yard now, I do our pudding and all of that. So I grew up a cook and bake, and then now my godmother in a Port and Tony now. Let me tell you this now. With my godmother now, my godmother was a church lady. So you see, after church, she used to say, "Step when you go down, cream the butter and sugar." So me start, So me used to go when church don't know. My godmother stay for choir practice now. When me go home now, me start to cream the butter and the sugar. Every week now, me start to do that. Sometimes when my godmother take late now, long now, me kind of want to do more. Yeah. So me start to learn the concept of when to put in the egg from a young age, because you just sit down there with the thing, the thing, I hold it and I make the something. So I start to make cupcake from a young age with my godmother. And then now, my godmother a cook, my granny a cook, my auntie a cook, and my mother have her own restaurant, because that was our income. My mother cook. My mother used to cook for everybody in a Buff Bay. The police, them, the nurse, them, the judge, them, the teacher, them, everybody passing through. It was my mother's shop. Everybody stop and eat. So when I go back to when I moved to Kingston now, because everybody in my family could have cooked so good now. You have to find yourself within it. You don't compete, you find yourself. So here what me used to do now, me used to make the juice. Me used to make juice. Back then in the young age, me used to start to make my juice, because everybody do them thing, but nobody in my family never did focus on the juice. So me used to make juice, and then them used to say, no, put too much sugar in it, don't make it sweet. Try to make the juice. And when them taste it, then we give me them comment and improve on it. So when I went to Kingston now, and you have family now, and you start to live now, every Sunday, because you have children and all of that now, you bake. I always bake a cake, because that's something on the table that the kids them can always go and eat. So we start to bake, and then they start to improve, and then everybody like baking. And then when they're Kingston now, everybody come on me help on Sunday, because they know Paulette bake. And then one piece of cake. I always try something different, and I do something different, because how I grow up. So when I come back here, it's part of me, it's within me. It's like if Sunday come, I'm not really put something on the bake, something is that I feel like, instead of a go to road, go buy one bun, or go buy the sweetie them from off of the shelf. Me know when I bake, and guess what happened to baking within me is using up the fruits. Because whenever I bake, I always bake with whatever in season. If the star fruit is in season, if the cherries is in season, if the mango in season, the passion in season, I always know, because I grew up see my grandmother use all of these fruits to make jellies and jams. Find a way of work with them, because when I cook and I bake the cake, most of the cakes that I bake, although I put the fruits in it, I not just put the raw fruits in it like that. I always like put it on the stove top a little bit with liquor, spice and all of that, and work with it before I put it in my cake. Because my cake come with special ingredients, so I make them kind of different. So that's why I always bake, and I always use the juices, because I think that's what me take from my parents, because everybody was such good cook. So I couldn't compete with them, but I can cook. But then me realized that them never did used to make the juice them a lot. So me start to make the juice, and then I did love my granny so much. So come my granny gone now, pass her now, I think me's more my grandmother's daughter, although me's my mom's daughter. But the baking and the all of that part of me is my grandmother within me coming out. That's how I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, could you speak a little about
it? Every day, every week. Like yesterday, I just bake a cake. Yesterday, I just find some banana. Somebody give me some banana. I just teach people these things. Somebody send me some green banana, and them were extra fit. I'm gonna find 6 of them ripe. I'm gonna just mash them out, put little sugar and little raisin and whatever. I'm gonna just make a banana cake, and then use the coconut when I get off of my tree again, and just grate some and put it on the top. So I'm just say, because it's in you and the creativity keeps coming, because you learn all of these things from your upbringing, because me I come from my godmother, my mother, my grandmother, my auntie, and you know what I mean? So I think that's why I love to cook. It's within me. People always say to open my restaurant, but we don't know. We're just different.
Yeah, speak to us a little about speak to us a little about your involvement with, especially the children.
I hear you.
You not hear me? You hear me now?
I'm not hearing you clearly.
He's asking you, Paulette, to speak up about the involvement with the children in the
community.
community.
The children.
Yeah,
Let me
on the
say
program,
this now.
yeah.
You see, because me think, you see, children love pretty and love dressy. So it's when, because me love for dress up from a little girl, me love for dress up, I'm going to tell you this part with kids now and the psychological part behind this part. I'm that kind of person from a little girl. I just love to dress up and love to be creative. And even when I little bit, I grow up and I make fashion. So kids now gravitate to even how me look. My little thing, kids just grab the kids them eye all the while. So I just utilize that now and say, yeah, because me believe in a goodness and believe of bringing out good within you. When me going to the school, I have my little clothes and the little pit them gravitate to me. So I say, oh good, me can find some way for you to utilize the goodness how them gravitate to me now, and I like them. So when you're going to the schools now and the kids them see oh you're pretty and all of that now, them want to be like you. So you motivate them. So you build their self-esteem. I went into a school in Charleston with my tablet, and there was this little girl, and you could see it on her, she's not exposed. And I gave her my tablet just to take a picture, and she was trembling because she was not, and the kids them laugh for her, and I say, she never, miss, she never know for use the tablet. So I said, no, well, it's she want to use it. And after time, this little girl that was so, her self-esteem low and she not exposed, after every time I go to Charleston now and I gravitate to she and I hug her up and all of that now, I realize that she come out of herself. And she started to grow, and that little shy child went. And then she passed her exam for big school, and now she run come to me, It's when I see the little girl, how she run come to me, and how she feel, me know within myself, so me do well. So from that now, when me start to go into the school, them now, me start to, when any child will gravitate to me now, it's like me feel them because it's true me special, and my mother grew me one different little way, because she me only child, because I must say this, my mother had me very late. My mother had me when she was 44, 45. So I grew up with a lot of love, and I know love. So I tend to push love. Because my daddy always teach me, say, love is the answer, my daughter. My father always show me, say, love. So when you give the love, it comes back. And these children always gravitate to you because them a look, love. Now kids not gonna like nobody will bully them. The children don't like nobody will rough to them. The children don't like nobody will, children love. Because remember, you were a child. Adults tend to forget at times that we all were children. And them not realize, say, what you never like when you was a child, you shouldn't do it to a child right now. So I think the children, them love me. Them run up to me all the while, miss, and show me. And then when them sometimes, just a hug. Sometimes just a hug to the children, because I used to see my mother do it. And my father used to treat the people them so well. My grandmother, because you see, my grandmother raised a lot of people, children we now grew up nowhere. You know how much people we raise in this yard here currently, because my grandmother grew up help people. So I think that is a part of me that the children them love me. And I realize that the children them love me. So me in return just give them back love, because really love is the answer. So once you can love these children and give them love, and even if them go through a little difficult part and them can remember that somebody love them, it probably may change them and keep them positive. I love the children, I love them, I love to see when help one of them where it stays so low self-esteem or growing up poverty. I'm gonna show them say sometimes material things is not all, it's love, and it's not where you are right now, it's where you're going. So that's part of my love for the children.
Wonderful, wonderful. But if you could move on to your
low, you see,
vast experience, or not experience, but involvement with the
past
Charleston
experience
Maroons.
with what?
He's asking you, Paulette, about your, to talk about your past involvement with the Charleston Maroons.
Charleston Maroon. Wow. Charleston is very dear to me. Very dear. I love Charleston. because my grandmother is actually from Charlestown. That's where she was married before she moved to Buff Bay. And whenever I go to Charlestown, I connect. So when I went to Charlestown, when I just came back to Portland and I went up by Charlestown, they were just starting up back. And then no, Frank Lumsden always invites me whenever Charlestown is having an event or whatever things are happening and all of that. So I must say this, Charlestown helped me to build myself in the media world because Frank pushed me. And when I go Charlestown now and all these happenings that happen, and then me sit back and I realize that nobody wasn't really clipping, taking footage. Nobody never did a snap, snap, snap. So me have a tablet now. And me go up there, I go to the conferences them. I'm go Charlestown conference them, I realize so these massive speakers used to come to these conference and nobody now know where I'm going because let me tell you something. Charlestown Maroon Conference is very powerful, you know. I don't know if the world know this, but I just say this is a powerful conference where people kind of put on the back burner. But it's a wealth of knowledge each year. I go there each year. I've learned something different, and because of that, I always love going there, whether there's a conference there or whatever, because sometimes there's no conferences there, and you just go up there, and when you go there, you see a group from Germany or a group from wherever come, and just like that, you didn't even know they were going to be there. People from all over the world gravitate, because people from all over the world always gravitate to our culture than we Jamaicans, you know. We take it for granted, but people love it. So I always go to Charlestown, and Charlestown help mold me, build me, and bring me out because there's always room for you to grow. Because I'm kind of bit shy sometimes, you know, whether you believe it or not. So I go to Charlestown, and then now I start to learn from the conference and expose, and then real to real, because I think Frank Lumsden kind of guided me, whether I believed it or not. Now, looking back at it, I realized that he did guide me to the media, because one year there was a big group that came there, real to real or real for real, a big TV group, and all kind of high heavy equipment with them film and all of that. And Frank took me to the man and he said to them, say, this is our local media person. I didn't even know that. He said, this is our local media person. Show her what she needs to learn. She's one of us. Embrace her. I never forget that. And from there, because he nudged me, because Frank was my dad's friend, so he kind of nudged me in where I should go. So it's Charlestown is very dear to me, very close to me, and because I'm a Maroon and I'm originally I'm rooted there, I really loved it. I'm really, and then Moortown is a different one, but Charlestown close to me. So the Maroon within me and Frank Lumsden do such good work there. So props, rest in peace. Love you, Frank. Cause him help me, you know. Him do it, you know. Straight up. That's why I love him so much. Me think of him nudged me, because when I came back here, me just try to find myself, trying to find where I should go, because your journey is there, you know, it's for you to find it, and I found it in Charlestown.
Yeah, so Paulette, there was something when you were talking about your culinary expertise and all of that you didn't mention. I didn't hear you talk about your soups, because I always looking at your soup on
My
social media.
soup.
Yeah, you know, the different kind of soups and thing, and that's why, you know, she wouldn't even send me some.
Them soup them, remember, you know, say, when my little girl, every Friday my mother cook soup. My mother soup was Friday soup, you know. She cooked soup Saturday too, you know, but she used to cook a pot of soup on Friday. But me get the difference with my soup and my mother soup them now. Cause my mother soup is very thick. My mother soup is very thick. And my mother soup is very thick. Hello?
Yes, Paulette, yeah.
We miss you. Yeah. So as I was saying, the soups are different soup. The soup go with the energy. And you see, with the soup them now, let me tell you with the soup them, one time a little bit, them say scrapsies and scrapsies. Cause let me tell you my granny cook soup. My granny used to cook soup with the scrapsies them from the, were left from out of the week. You know, like piece of pig steel, piece of salt, beef, little this, little that. So the soup them always have every little thing in it. And at the end of the day, it nourishes your body. Oh, I love cook with soup. Saturdays, like from it. So when I go Kingston now, I'm living with my family. Soup was a must. Saturday soup is a must. Saturday soup. People used to line up at Beverly Hill just to come drink, eat Paulette soup them. And sometimes we used to make a wicked meatless soup, you know. We have enough of my friend and through them a herbalist and them a this and then that. And then drive road and then I find a soup. Them you see them a come, Paulette, we are come for some of your soup sometimes. I say, but me never cook enough. Them say, me I come for years. Come used to cook, but me tell them I have a special soup, but me hardly cook that soup there now. I put gungo peas, I put red peas, I put broad beans, I not put no meat, and that cook down with the coconut milk. Wicked soup, man. Me make some weird, nice soup. And like, you know, I had some nice busu soup. I don't start cook that thing. I don't see me push out no busu, because we can't get no busu. Some busu and some janga and, you know, them kind of soup that would cook that milk. I guess the granny in me, the child store in me, when I used to see my granny do. Because when I look a bit in my granny used to have one different kitchen out the door, you know, kitchen where it's a kitchen out the door was, it not have no, next door to my house used to have it. One day the name is Rosie. She used to have the thing them hang up in the kitchen, like all the tripe and the something them and the something go up in it. And she cook soup, them kind of soup. They come and learn from a lot of people. The culture, them culture they gone. Them young people are now learn them something more because right next door to my house there was a lady named Miss Rosie, and she used to cook these kind of soup too. And she me get the thick soup from because she used to be my mother friend, and my mother never used to love me her friends. Used to go over Miss Rosie, I'm go over Miss Rosie, I cook all of these food too. When I see my granny I cook and my mother cook. So I think I learned the thick soup and the soup with all of them peas and beans. Because I used to see Miss Rosie just go outside and pick up these things and throw in her soup. So that's where I get the soup from. The soup. This week I cook beef soup.
Yeah. And talk about your juices a little bit because I noticed once you showed a little picture of your place and I saw you have ribena and some other stuff, some other fruits, you know. I think I saw star fruit. Yeah, so it's all your fruits are just homegrown that you made the juices from.
Yes, most, and me always have something a beer. So you see, since true me love Mother Nature, and I believe in eat what you grow, eating from the earth. Me not like the processed thing them. So me have when I come back home now, I start to plant up back my little things them. So I'm a ribena tree now. When I moved to Portland, you know, one lady give me the ribena plant, and she said she get it from the Cayman estate, and it's a big plant. I don't know this lady, and she just say, go up to Portland. I say, I'm going back to Portland, and she just give me this ribena tree. The first tree I plant was a ribena tree. I never know it was a big tree, you know, because this is the first time I've even seen the tree. So I plant it, and it's a beer. It right now, it missing ribena drop one, so you know, so the tree gone so high. So I have ribena because the rain have fallen and it wet, because I'm going go outside and show you some of the things them. Kind of muddy outside. But I have a passion vine. When you're coming through, I also have a passion vine. Right up, I have lime tree here. I have the fever grass here. I have the star fruit. I have guava. I have a plum, which I had this plum in Beverly Hills, but I planted, but you know, come here, the governor's plum. You know, so start to see that is another fruit. Because I like the exotic fruits that we grow here in Jamaica that everybody don't really know. I love those kind, because it's still Jamaica and these are fruits, you know, like the regular fruits then. So I have a lot of fruits here, guava, I have the mango, and cinnamon. I have a cinnamon tree. I'm using cinnamon a lot in it because you know me do with the cinnamon and you should do that. It boil the cinnamon in the water, big pot of water. I'm throwing cinnamon. I'm extract the water. I'm put it in the fridge, but and then me dilute and drink. And cinnamon water is very good to drink. Instead of go drink some sweet drink, you can pour a bottle of water, carry it. People could do that. Carry a bottle of water with you on the road, freeze it and carry it on it. And cinnamon is good for you. So I'm just saying these are things. I do the fever grass like that too. I boil the water with fever grass, lemongrass water, and then I dilute it to how I want it. And then I drink it. And then this detoxify your body and clean your body. So that's why I kind of look so. I think. But me utilize, and then when I put up enough of the things them on my Facebook page, I get a lot of feedback from African friends, people in Africa. I tell me say, what them do with that and what them do with that and what them do with that. So we know so we in tune, so we know so we are the African people, we are one, because things that we have here in Jamaica utilizing, the people them in Africa still are use it too, and glad to see that we Jamaicans are utilizing these stuff. So I don't know, the fruits them and the thing them good for we. And you know, we just have to use them up. And on my program, the Stepping Out program, I really highlight the herbs because not for the herbs them if we really take them, because when I grew up and know, say every week we drink one different herb. My granny used to like this week fever grass, next week we drink lime leaf, next week we drink soursop, and next week we drink bissy. So we always have something them think the inner system a clean way to help the body. So I like the herbs. So if people kinda from young age they might use the herbs and all of that, I think it will keep your body right. So you don't really the doctor trip will be less because my granny, me never used to see my granny go a doctor if I sick. Me used to remember, I'm a little bit of me say, I'll a little rash on my hand or so. My grandmother used to just tell me if I go pick, because that's how I learned the herb, you know, by being the ailed. And when me being ailed, she showed me what to use on my ailment. Like she said, go pick some Spanish this or go pick that or pick that, and then when you after 3 days you take it, you realize say you heal, and I say, oh, that heal you. You know what I mean? So like she tell us that heal, you know, she make you learn it. That's why I say me was good. I'm a maroon person because that's all my granny teach me. When I little bit I'm sick, she make me go pick the things them and utilize them. When I use them, now I realize it really help you. So that's part of it. That's why I love the herbs, and that's why I love the plant the thing them because I know say when you check out Ribena, when you get from the Ribena, when you check out from the starfruit, because me just make a bowl of before me come on, I made starfruit and mango juice. Yeah, and you know what you get from the mango and what you get from the starfruit is very good for you, you know, very, very good. I mean, even put the sugar in them now, me start to use less and less and less sugar, so to me catch it, where when you don't use the sugar, oh, it's nice because you put more fruits and less water, so you really drink the juice of it itself and less water. So we should have tried all of these things, utilizing what we have, and then we probably would have go to the doctor less. That's my intake. That's why you say use up the fruits, and I try to tell the people them say use up your fruits because it's good for you. Eat healthy, eat off your soup where me run bean pan the thing, and when me pick the bean them use it to make soup. Yeah, these things good.
apart from on your program you're promoting the
Say that
children,
again.
apart from promoting the children in your community, I know you also promoted the young musicians and the young sports people. Talk to us a little about that.
Okay, great. So Portland is very rich in our culture, but I think people don't really know because so what I do is I go and wherever I see the lady on the street corner, I make the coconut cake or do them coconut oil or all of that. I like them, especially when I taste them product and she say good. I carry them for my program and I like them, and that's why I used to put out their numbers out there. And most of them get calls from abroad. People call and because me get all people, me put up, me highlight people who do that, even doing it and good. And from your highlight it, them get knowledge and people see them abroad and them get sales because basically they might try to help themselves, yeah, their part. So let me say this now. There's a girl on the Jamaica cricketer now, playing for Jamaica, West Indies. She came on my program, and
Yeah,
the
I
people
remember
them,
I was there that day
huh?
when she came. I was there that day when she came. Yes, I remember her.
Ah, Celine, yeah, Celine
Yeah.
White. And she's big now. She big. I play for West Indies now. Yeah, because me promote her, highlight her, and build up because she love me, because me build them self-esteem. Because sometimes them a play and I do this, but them just not have no, they not get no money, and first thing in the people mind when them do things, them do it for money. But it's you not to do it for the money, do it because you love it, because the money will come, if you really love something, the money will come. So when me push her and highlight her and all of that now. Mr. She post up on Facebook now. She there. I think she's in Trinidad or one of them places they play for the West Indies. Wherever West Indies are now, the women cricket team, them a play. She's there with them now playing. So these people come on my program and I like them. I'm a push them, do them interview and push them out and build them self-esteem. And some of them they shy when them just come and them not believing in themselves. So whenever I see them go and them can go out there and just to motivate people, just lifting another one out, you know what I mean? Just bringing people out to say, wow, because everybody has a talent, because everybody have a talent, because everybody have a different, I believe so, because every human being have a different fingerprint and a different eye scan. So that means everybody has something within them that is different from, unique from everybody, because just your eye scan and your fingerprint tells you that. So it's for you to find it within yourself. And sometimes you don't even you see it, but you don't even realize it. So when I can only see something from I see something, I try to push it out there and try to tell them, motivate them, because I use a lot of quotes on my program, because the quotes come with my inner self, trying to motivate people, because I'm really a motivator. I really want to help people, because I don't do things for money. I do it because me used to see my mother cook, and people come and she give them food whether they have money or not. She use my mother when she did, because she not do it for the money. So I just say, I think that is part of me. I say my father do a lot of things to people. My father was a JP and him sign and people used to take money and daddy just do it. And then used to say, Mr. Simmons don't know the people, but him know them, because everybody where my father go to, probably him don't know you as per se, but him know your family or your grandparents. I used to ask them the grandparents, but them the people don't realize the psychology, because if him know your grandfather, him know you. So that's the part of that, the part of me finding the people them, pushing them out. I think we get that from my father, because my father was more outgoing person, my mother was more an introvert, more thing. So this part of me is my father going out there, finding these people and pushing them out for highlight them, so them can see the world on a different view, and the world are going to see them. I know social media is a big thing now. So when you see the lady up the road was shy, we sit down on the corner just to sell her coconut cake, and I sell her, Miss one lady start to make peanut drops, and it tastes good. Miss Penny, me promote a lady from a community named Miss Penny. When me a little girl, me know Miss Penny used to go up the road and go get the almond them. Miss see her with the bags of almond, and she go home and she beat her almond. When she beat her almond, and she put them in the bag and she sell them. Used to promote her, you understand? Because she's a little woman of find her own self, yeah?
So are we seeing Paulette's foods now?
My food. Wow.
You see the Courtney?
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
Yes. You see my food. Yeah, man. Those are all me. All me. See that star fruit pie? Yeah, man. I make the pie crust from scratch. Yeah.
See my favorite
That's
here now? This
the
Easter bun.
bun.
Oh
Yeah,
boy,
man. We make that from scratch.
that look wicked, man.
No egg.
Hmm.
Yeah. See them cake there, yeah man. I'm use up the lot of peanuts, me use up, yeah man, me use up all of it, this thing. Yeah man, I'll make star fruit salad, Yes, the food them there.
Here comes
Yeah.
star fruit and mango.
Yes. Because that's what's in
Wow.
season. Yes, the star fruit and mango juice. Yep. Wow.
I've been a sip on the
Great.
beach, man.
Yeah, and that's in my backyard. It's a pity I can't go out there now. You see, that's in
Yeah.
my
Well,
backyard. Come and
next
settle down, have a
time,
little
next time,
show.
yeah, next time.
Yeah, next time I have a show around there, when we fix. Because true, me have the interior designing and the creativity. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's the food I make. See the bun, the Easter bun. See Easter, I make my own bun. Yes, that's a star fruit pie there. That's a cake there I made with it and garnish it with the nuts. Yep. Yeah. I want to soon start some more Ribena because Ribena is coming back up now in season.
Okay, I need some of that, yeah.
Yeah.
So Paulette, how did you make your star fruit salad? Star fruits and which other fruits you have in that salad? That
Well, I
fruit
made
salad.
star fruit with cucumber and tomatoes.
Okay.
Ah,
Yeah, and then I probably put little raisin in it, yeah?
ah.
To get
Yeah,
that pop.
raisin go well with everything, yeah.
Yeah, raisin just give the pop. Yeah.
I like I put that cherry on the bun there.
Yeah, yeah, man. The bun. My bun was good, you know. Me used to make when me at Beverly's I make bun, you know, flavors. People used to make me used to send bun go abroad, you know, people want my bun, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But you see, it takes a lot of time to do these things and you have to love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know what I make for the summer? I made a smoothie, freeze the mango and freeze the star fruit, and then I just throw that into the blender, no sugar. But just throw that into the blender with a little water and little lime juice. I'm sweeten it with probably some strawberry, but me use strawberry or some jam, some jelly, some guava jelly or some, you know what I mean? But me say if Ribena was in, would I sweeten it with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Those beautiful all made by me. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. At least you know you can do something.
I didn't realize until I realized. Yeah, I'm so proud of myself. Thanks.
Not a problem.
Thank you, people. Wow.
That's what we are here for. You know, we are here to showcase the Caribbean,
Yeah.
stars of the
I mean,
Caribbean.
all this stuff here. Just make it. And these are just my weekly stuff that I make.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. When I carry the bun, they got told it eat off in a no time.
Yeah, man. And this is coconut you have on the top here.
That one that they got
That one
told is
there.
a failure. You know, instead of one that go Kingston. I would tell me, we have to fight to get peace.
But Courtney,
Yes.
you realize to get to Kingston, she have to pass me, you know, and she just slip past me, you know. Me no get no bun.
No, man, Flavors. You know, so your story different. Me have Flavors. Look here, no, Flavors take care of me, you know. Flavors is somebody that I'm grateful for him and I thank Frank, because Frank really, and in his last days, I don't know if you knew it was his last days, the last conference, I think before he passed, he connected me with Flavius, yeah? And Flavius has been a great person to me since. Grateful for him. All of my work, them, anything, high-tech work where people would even understand him, do them for me. God bless him. And I can't pay him, so I forgot to be one carload of stuff for him. I go down there, go cook for him, I go down there, go bake for him, I go down there, go make him see me in the kitchen and do it for him.
But this really look good though. These are some nice things, man. People will love you for these.
Thank you. Because I sent it to some African people reach out to me, you know. They want to get me involved in some things happening in Africa. And she was enthused because my buyer, they were enthused with the food. She said when she saw the food, she didn't go down for read the buyer because the food got her going. And she right away, she said she wanted me to go in the group with tourism because in those food, how I utilize the food, it is great.
Yeah, man, and it's a variety. It's not just one little thing. It's a whole heap of different things.
You know, so every Sunday, when my little girl, every Sunday my mother used to make me custard. You know, when you make the egg and the milk and the something there, my mother used to bake for me, you know, Sunday. I think that's what bring me like this. Because she always make little nice little thing for me. Because my mother in the restaurant every day, so on Sunday now she special me up and do me up the little things. So probably that's why I think Sunday was a special day in the kitchen. Probably that's part of me where I always feel so too. Probably.
Okay.
Wow, these food are awesome. And if me never know say me make it more, I say wow.
Yep. What about the time though? It must be very time consuming.
Me never realize that something I go until me give the something them and realize there's something I go on. Cause you know you just naturally do the thing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause even you see all the cake, that is a mango cake there. And you know me put the mango, me cut up the mango, put it on the stove top with the honey and the cinnamon and you know vanilla and carry them down to a boil. And then now when the cake a bit now, cool him down and throw it and then we just top it off with it. So you know these things, yeah. So me do them.
Wow.
Look on that man, that nice, eh? The star fruit pie.
That just show how your mind is working, you know.
Yeah.
It's very, very creative.
Yeah.
Very creative.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, man.
I think it come from a background.
Yeah, well, definitely. You have to learn, you know, you learn as you grow up.
Yeah, it's in my background. I'm a grandmother. My grandmother was so creative. My grandmother used to make these pie and jam and jelly and all of them something. My grandma, something always in the house to put pan bread. You know, when you grow up, something always in the house, one buckler, something always in the house for you put pan bread. You know, like, yeah, pan cracker. Hello?
Yeah,
yes,
man,
yes, we're here, yeah.
Yeah, man. So part of my journey. Even when I went to school in Florida, because the school I went to is a design school, so it's not just interior design. They taught like fashion design, fashion merchandise, and all of that, and all kind of things. So me always go in a different class. Sometimes just go sit down, go get some tidbits and know how, and you learn as you go along, because my mommy used to tell me, say, sometimes, you know, it's not what you go for. You go for something, but sometimes you always have to find something to take different. You know what I mean? So if you go to learn interior design, there's something else for there also for you. So I picked up fashion to come to me natural fashionista. I love dress up, just naturally within me. But the creativity, come I love to turn things turn something different.
Oh yeah.
That's me.
Well, thank you very much
That's
for
me.
spending some time with us this morning. You know,
God bless you.
unfortunately we have run out of time. So Courtney, can you close us off, please?
Oh, yes. I just thank you again, Paulette. Oh, Miss Carmen, one pick, ne? Yeah, like Paulette said. Okay, yes, just thanking our listeners and viewers of the Real Stuff podcast. Today we have with us Paulette Simmonds, and she was telling us about her story, her journey, and such a wonderful journey. And I know it still continues, and we hope that we'll get the greater news, because with all of those culinary arts that you have been sending us and showing us, we really know that it's gonna take you a little bit further on your journey. So, we must have to talk to you again some other time.
Yes, you will.
Yes, and we see that, I mean, that journey is such a journey that, we see that you're very involved in the community,
Yes.
the children, giving the children hope.
Mm-hmm.
And what is happening in Jamaica, and, the children, on a whole, they definitely need this kind of hope, this kind of love that you have given to your community. And I hope that others who hear this interview or this little chat session will, take up the mantle and continue.
And Stteppin Out Loud, I must say, Stteppin Out Loud is getting a new home soon, and we let you know as soon as we off. But we're trying to get ourselves a nice home, and it's going to be very authentic. Yeah, we're going to get a bamboo home soon, so I'll keep you posted on what's going on, so we can embrace our youth, embrace our culture, and embrace our future, because that's the way to go. Embracing ourselves and stop looking, because it's right here in front of us. We're looking way out, but it's right here. So you just have to find it.
Wonderful.
And step out loud.
I endorse that. Yes.
God bless you for having me on your program. All the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You lead us to full. You belong far away away. Ajuguala lebabu seru. Lidamua lida sungfula. Lidamua lida sungfula.
Well, unfortunately, this is it. Till next time. Bless.
All you gotta do is just speak. One word is enough, and I'm no longer sorrow. I forget what I was trying to say. I no longer do what I was gonna do, but you're no good for me. That's why me know set me if it go flee. Me have to take away me say. Me have to take away me say. Me have to hide like a thief in the night. Me have to get out of sight. Me have to take away myself. I have to take away myself. I have to utilize I will. Shorty